What's good with y'all? Now, let me just say, I want to make this video for my people, for my brothers. So let me start it off saying happy Black History Month, brother, sisters, okay? Now, just because it's that month, I had to do a video dedicated to my people, all right? Now, people don't know I am black. I'm black and Puerto Rican, all right? So I always grown up mostly around my black culture, right? So this is my video for the month. Maybe I might try to do another one, but for right now, the top 5 best black anime characters. All right, let's go black excellence in anime. All right, check it. So, I'm going to start this list off with some honorable mentions. Okay, well, really just one honorable mention. Usually they say this for the last, but I'm going to start it off first. Now, this guy is probably, well, I guess the other ones kind of are, but this guy, it really connected with me. He's my boy. And I really like him because he's light-skinned. You know what I mean? If you've seen him, you'd have never thought he was black. And he just made an appearance this year, or the end of last year. And that's my boy from JoJo's, my man, Weather Forecast. Alright, now for people that don't know, Weather Forecast is a black man. And him and the next person is the only people on this list that suffered from actual racism in their anime. And unlike the other person I'm going to name after this, he actually was being, how do I say it, prejudiced against, or people was racist against him for the sole purpose that he was literally black. Literally, they was like, yo, he actually has some black in him, let's mess him up. You know what I mean? I know on YouTube you can't cuss too much, so let's mess him up. You know what I mean? So people was actually going after him and hurt him because of the fact that he was black. And other than that, he actually was a great and cool character. If you've seen JoJo's and you've seen Part 6, you know my boy Weather Forecast. That's my brother. That's an honorable mention. And the only reason why I'm going to give this top 5 to this other person is because the anime, he had a bigger role, and the anime is kind of bigger, or at least, well, the whole anime opposed to Part 6 is bigger. So that will be Scar from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Now, Scar, I mean, he's black, but what they were saying was he's like Ishvalan, and I think Ishvalan, though, kind of seemed like Indian, kind of, at least the way they was like portraying it. But I mean, let's still count it as black. I mean, there's another character in here that you really wouldn't think is black, but in reality, we know he's black. So for all intents and purposes, let's count Scar as black, and he was, how do I say, judged and hurt, and his people was hurt because of their race, I believe, in Fullmetal Alchemist. And we all know Scar is a legendary character. He had a big impact on the anime Fullmetal Alchemist, which is one of the best animes of all time. So number 5, we gotta go with Scar. Now, 4, this guy is probably the second most black as it gets. I mean, all I gotta say is this: he got braids, and the nigga raps. I mean, he's probably behind the other guy who's also really stereotypically black in here. He's as black as it gets. Black raps. I mean, come on, my boy Killer B. Now, everyone know Killer B's that man. 8-Tail Beats, Jinchuriki helped my favorite MC of all time, out Naruto, helped me control his beast. Killer B is that man that has probably the most unique sword technique in all anime. I mean, like, what person you know uses 8 swords? I mean, my boy had a sword right up in here, right in between his legs, and was doing backflips or twirls and messing niggas up with it. So probably the best, most hardest skill set out of everybody in this whole list. And that's my boy The Braids that be rapping, probably a bit better than Lil Wayne, Killer B. Alright, now let's go to number 3. So, as soon as I say this, you're going to know who this is, alright? We had to get a female on this list. And no, it ain't the girl Canary from Hunter x Hunter. No. We know who it is. The baddest. Oh, yes. And not the girl from Fire Force. No. You know. Yoruichi. Now, Yoruichi is probably one of the finest females in anime. With that being said, she is black and fine as hell. So we had to put Yoruichi in there, one of the fastest anime characters. Really, she in Bleach, and she don't even got a sword, and she be messing niggas up with just straight hands and being fast. And she part cat, and when she's a cat, she a black cat. She stay black no matter what she do. Alright, that's my girl, the one and only fine ass Yoruichi. Okay, now number 2. Now this is the guy who's gonna beat Killer B in terms of being straight black. And all I gotta say that's gonna prove my point. There's 2 things, but one thing for sure is that his voice actor is Samuel L. Jackson. I mean, it don't get no blacker than Samuel L. Jackson. I mean, come on, that's your voice actor. This guy actually has a world-renowned, famous voice actor. Out of everybody, he actually has a black voice actor who I'm sure everyone else does it. And not only that, he's one of the most famous people. I ain't gonna say of all time, but he's Samuel L. Jackson's up there. Who don't know Samuel L. Jackson? And I know YouTube is cutting down on the cussing, so I ain't gonna say what he's known for saying, but I'm gonna just say MF, and you know. And he has an afro. Now, me personally, I never really watched Afro Samurai, but I do know it's like probably one of the most known dubbed animes. So, Afro Samurai, easily number 2. Samuel L. Jackson, as his voice actor, is like plays a big role into him being number 2. And honestly, he should have been number 1. But this guy, that's number 1, is going to be the only off-color person I'm going to bring up. And just off me saying that, you should know who he is. That's the OG, Piccolo. Now, Piccolo went against how most black men are raised. I mean, most people don't have fathers growing up that's black. Piccolo took over another man's kid and raised him as his own, as a black man. And I don't care what you say. Everyone knows, if there's one off-color person who everyone knows who's black, everyone know it's Piccolo. It don't get no more blacker than Piccolo when it comes to off-color characters. We all know he a brother at heart. And that is my top 5 best black anime characters of all times. Now, is there anybody I'm missing that y'all think? Now, there might have been some animes that I missed out on, but I can't think of any. Like, Afro Samurai is probably the only one that I didn't even watch. So there might be some people from animes that I haven't even seen. Canary, I know that's a fan favorite for a lot of people, but she really didn't do much under X Hunter to me. But now, let's give an honorable mention to the blackest person in the anime. And that's Mr. Popo. That's Mr. Popo, all right? And we love Mr. Popo. But let me know who y'all think I'm missing out on. And I just want to say, happy Black History Month. And thanks for watching. Anime Bones out.